Hey everybody, Mark Myra here for Pure Wellness, and Pure Wellness is turning one, and they're throwing a massive anniversary bash. And as a locally owned and operated business, they couldn't have made it this far without you guys. Join them at 360 West Ridge Road on Saturday, July 25th from 2 until 6 p.m. to celebrate an entire year of community and good vibes. They're bringing together your absolute favorite industry brand reps, amazing local partners, and a ton of exclusive surprises you won't want to miss. That's Saturday, July 25th from 2 until 6 p.m. at 360 West Ridge Road. This event is 21 plus, ID required for purchase and attendance of event. For persons 21 and older, keep away from children and pets. If cannabis is accidentally consumed, contact the Poison Center.
Mark and Shane on the Interlude Pod.
Hey everybody, Mark Myra and Shane Allen here. Welcome to the Interlude Podcast. Shane, hello.
Welcome, everybody. We are just a few days away from the Roast Battles Tournament of Champions, Sunday, July 19th, all part of the Rochester Comedy Festival. We got 16 comics going head-to-head in a bracket-style tournament. If you've ever watched a roast and thought, man, that'd be fun to be in the audience, now's your chance, bitch. Come on out.
Lucky you. And also, I don't want to say too much about it because there's like massive disclaimers, but Pure Wellness is doing their 1 year anniversary, like big fun party on Saturday, July 25th. And you can win a $50 gift card at interloopblog.com. Just enter in to win, and then we'll be giving those away for them.
I saw that they're doing free haircuts at this event.
What? All right, I didn't see that part.
Yeah. Dude, they got it all. I feel like this might be better than what we got going on for this roast thing.
Nice.
Not only they got weed, they got free haircut stuff. I might have to go.
So did you see the Interlude blog or Interlude podcast, if you don't know, it's Shane and I talking about all the big dumb stories in Rochester of the day, everything that's happening. You can go to patreon.com/interlude podcast for $4 a month. You get more podcasts and you get this show earlier and a little extras and all that stuff. Shane, have you seen the Dion Dawkins watermelon catching challenge?
I saw one of them. Is this a thing?
I don't know if it's a thing or if it's just a Dion Dawkins thing. Where
He's just always getting up to something funky in the off season. We got to get this man back in the game. He's got to get, when he's off the football field, he's putting people into danger, his children in danger, doing drifting. He's chucking lubed up watermelons at meth heads, it looks like.
Yeah, he's doing some straight up like Eric Andre shit where he's going to a place. Yeah, it's like toothless dudes that definitely have crack problems. And he baby oils up a huge watermelon and chucks it in the air to see if they can catch it. It seems half mean. I don't know if a prize is involved.
There is a prize. I was going to bring that up. It's not, it's like just up to him. He doesn't say like, hey, do you want to catch this watermelon for $500? He brings it up like, if you want to catch this watermelon, I got a wad of cash in my pocket. I'll give you some of it.
Yeah, he's my new favorite Buffalo Bill. Dion Dawkins. Ever since he put his child in danger on TV, like there's producers around, his agent was probably around, and he's like, can my 4-year-old go in the front seat of a car I'm going to be drifting in a pothole-ridden parking lot in Buffalo, New York? No helmet, no seatbelt, just drifting, Tokyo drifting.
I'm wondering if this is going to become a thing, and there's going to be a well-meaning Bills fan that's like, I'm not going to throw a dildo on the field. I'm going to throw a watermelon at Dion Dawkins because he does a watermelon challenge.
Uh-oh.
And then everybody's going to be like, out of context. This is super racist, sir. You're throwing watermelon at Blackman?
I saw the Nationals also got into some trouble for that. Like one of their social media posts was something like they were showing clips of the players, and I don't know if this is a saying like "not our circus, not our monkeys" or something.
Yeah.
And the Nationals put like, it is our circus and these are our monkeys. And there's
Oh
a few
no.
black people on the team. It's like, you guys cannot,
No.
you guys cannot do this.
That's us calling the ghetto black.
Cannot. He's got a chink in his armor.
Oh no.
Yeah, you guys cannot do this. Um, yeah, so there's that going on. I got a we're gonna get into the news, but I got a haircut today, Shane. I don't know if you noticed. And
Looking good.
thank you. The guy that cut my hair was like kind of not like overly muscly, but he like rugby player muscly,
Okay.
where it's like this guy is just everything about him is thick. He's a thick boy. And he was like manhandling me in that chair. I don't know. I'm used to having like old Italian men cut my hair or ladies cut my hair. This strong buck was was making me submit in that chair in front of my son too. My son was right next to me getting a haircut, and he's just seeing his dad being. I felt like when they shear a sheep and they kind of pin them down. They're like, you
Yeah.
stayed right there, boy. And then they shave him. That's kind of how I felt this guy, what he was doing to my head.
That's how the guys that go to Lady Jane's want their haircuts to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want to be fully cucked out like that. But
Yeah. Well, in the place I go, they're fans of the Interloop. They brought it up to me that I don't know if that means the blog or the podcast. So I want to give him a shout out. Whoever the new fella you got is, the strong buck you got he pinned me down and he let me know who was boss. Okay.
I just had a blacked out memory come back to me of the old Italian guy that used to cut my hair in the Wegmans Plaza here in Webster. He would give me some massages.
Mm,
Like he
mm,
didn't go like I'm not saying he went underneath the drop cloth or whatever, but just a lot of head massaging. Like I was like an 8-year-old boy. Like there was no stress in my life. There was no
yeah.
reason to oil me up and give me a big old head massage. But I do remember liking him. So I don't know what that means.
Um, yeah, I guess some of the ladies will do that. Like definitely had a lady with fake nails, like scratching my head a little. Like, just can you just fucking cut my hair? Like, we don't need to get like we're not dating, you know.
Hmm.
Shane, what's happening? What's going on in Rochester? What's the big news out there?
We got some big news coming out of Rochester this week. I think we need to touch on this one, and I say this regretting that word choice, but there was a Webster man caught this week in the Penfield Wegmans parking lot exposing himself in a car.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw this story, but Monroe County Sheriff's Office said a woman contacted them around 8:30 in the morning. That
Yo,
that
all
she
right.
saw a man exposing himself while seated in the driver's seat of a gray sedan. Deputies said the woman was walking by the vehicle when she saw it. The
Mm,
vehicle had left the area by the time deputies arrived, but the woman was able to provide the license plate number. Investigators then worked with the Wegmans Asset Protection and identified a 33-year-old Eduardo Figueroa.
gotta hit his figure up his OA.
Heyo. He agreed and surrendered to deputies. He turned himself in. He's charged with public lewdness. Um, you have to imagine I mean, it doesn't say in this story, but I don't think that, RochesterFirst.com is going to say a man was jacking off at a Wegmans. But if I was in charge, that'd be the headline. I can't believe you think he's just pulling it out?
Yeah. He's got to be jacking off. It's 8:30 in the morning, you know? God,
It's
seeing that at 8:30 in the morning, you're just like, my that my
jarring.
That's the thing. A lot context really is everything because I think if I was, let's say, oh, I'm just pulling a bar out of my butt here. Let's say I was at Lux and it's 2 in the morning and I'm letting out of Lux and going down south or whatever, and I see a dude jacking off in the middle of the street. I'm taking that. I'm probably not even skipping a step. I'm not skipping a beat. I'm just like, yeah, a guy is, hey, save some for the rest of us, bud. A little something like that. But 8:30 in the morning at Wegmans, that just really puts a thorn in your claw, huh? That's the rest of your day.
It didn't say which Wegmans it is because there is a Wegmans that is between Webster and Penfield, and technically it is, I think, Penfield town line, but Webster also claims it. It's the Empire one.
Hmm.
And so is it a Penfield Wegmans when a man has his dick out, but a Webster one when they got a good sale on, when they got the
Wow.
hot dog cart out in the front?
So how does that work? Does Webster look down on Penfield?
Oh yeah, Webster looks down on everybody.
Because you know me, Shane. I'm a deep West Sider. From my perspective, over here in the gutter, looking at you guys on the east side, Penfield beats Webster. Like Penfield seems classier than Webster.
I don't even know what the hierarchy of East Side is anymore.
Can I give
I
it?
mean, everybody knows that it's like Brighton, Pittsford,
All right.
up to the top.
I'm gonna give you the West Siders perspective. All
Yeah,
right.
please.
This is now currently the hierarchy. Fairport and Pittsford are now equal,
Neck and neck.
but Fairport ready to fuck. Pittsford ain't fucking. Pittsford dried up. Pittsford's all dried up, Shade. I mean,
Sure.
it's still classy. Elegant older woman in her 70s, loves Matlock, all dried up.
Got that old money.
Fairport invested in Bitcoin and NFTs, okay? She's hot. She's hot. Hot like a pistol, Shane, if I may use another famous roster person's saying here. Fairport's hot as a pistol out there, but I would say equal to Pittsford. Just different types of rich, I wouldn't say classy with Fairport anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fairport down to fuck. Pittsford not so much. And then below that, am I wrong here to say Penfield the second?
I don't. I think
Penfield
that
second.
we've had a bad few years. I think that we're down.
Okay.
We've been down.
Brighton has definitely got money and some classiness to it, but it almost seems like its own thing. It's very connected to the city, like literally.
Hmm.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, I'd say it's. I mean, in Webster's head, Webster is at the top for sure.
No.
But I think you're right. But I put yeah, East Rochester. I think it's even East Rochester. Like we're the bottom.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some East Rochesterians that are just cranked out of their minds that are like, we're the best. And it's like, come, come on. You guys couldn't even come up with your own fucking name. You just did the direction thing. Yeah, no, I can't imagine exposing myself at a Wegmans, but honestly, with these prices, I should be able to do whatever the fuck I want. If I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, at least we have it on record that I couldn't possibly imagine myself exposing myself, exposing my genitals at a Wegmans.
Well, if you're gonna put me to work in the self checkout, I'm gonna be self checking out. And,
Hey, whoa,
you know what I mean?
whoa.
Come on now.
Yeah, which Wegmans do you feel like you're most likely to see a person jacking off in a car? I would say East Ave in the city.
I don't know, man. I feel like that in the parking lot at East Ave, that's too
Oh,
dangerous.
too
That's a
crowded.
dangerous place to jack. It's too scary there.
Lyle Ave.
Definitely, that's the one I was gonna say. But that's also one where, like, if somebody was no rats there, nobody would rat on those people. I would not be penciling down a license plate. I don't want to
Mm.
be there, because that would mean that I'd have to call the police and admit that I went to the Lyle Ave Wegmans, and I don't want a record of that.
Yeah, the best thing at Lyle Ave Wegmans is that it shares a parking lot with the Taco Bell. And I gotta say, I know like it's not the nicest area, but that's the best
Really?
taco. That's the look. I know Lyle Ave. It's not the nicest, but that Taco Bell's the best. Check out the
I
Lyle Ave Taco Bell.
I feel like we've talked about before, but across the street from that Wegmans is the greatest plaza in Rochester because it's got the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and Family Dollar.
Mm.
The holy trifecta of dollar stores. I've been over there and I've shopped at all three. I've done price shopping. I've gone through and been like, which one is less messy today? Let's pick this one. Which one is the employee looking a little less slow?
Dude, Dollar General, the crazy thing that Dollar General does too is its employees is um like you'll buy something there and then on the credit card machine or whatever, the payment thing, it'll have like, like the pain thing when a doctor's like, how they'll show a kid like from a scale from angry face to smiley face, where's your pain level? They do that for Dollar General after your time at the Dollar General. And my thing is, it's like you're judging the cashier, but this isn't their fault that there's no way anybody's happy at this place. You know what I mean? Like it's a Dollar General. Everybody is on or used to be on meth that is here. Like nobody's gonna pick the happy thing.
Yeah, well, nobody knows how to take those surveys anyway. So they when they take that, they think it's like, which are you on uppers or downers at the time?
All right, let's see. What other story we got? All right, I got this one where do you see the one where a guy got he wrote like a sternly worded letter to ICE or to the Department of Homeland Security. He's a local guy.
Oh yeah.
So then he ended up on like a list and he was vacationing. And then when he came back here or on his way back to the United States, when he found, I guess, the Department of Homeland Security like went to his house and was looking for him.
Mm-hmm.
On his way here, like with his daughter, they ended up like accosting him and like talking to him and kind of giving him a hard time. Well, I guess he's suing the Department of Homeland Security now for it. Like I guess there's this nonprofit called Fire, like against ICE, Shane.
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
Ah.
It's Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression. They went to court for this guy to defend him and sue the Department of Homeland Security for kind of giving him a rough time. I don't think there was anything violent in the letter he sent.
No, it was very strongly worded email that he had sent. I mean, he compared the ICE director to a Nazi,
Okay.
said that he would never know peace, called him a monstrous human being, but no direct threat. Was never like, I'm gonna put you on ice. Nothing even good like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty wild. They sent these agents to his house here in Rochester. They, went after his wife and then tracked him down when he landed from Finland
Hmm.
in was at a hotel in New York City.
But like went to his hotel.
Went to
Like
his
they tracked
hotel.
him to the hotel.
And I was reading more about this. This is not just like a one-off thing. ICE, what they're doing is they have their internal watchdog, their Office of Professional Responsibility. It's usually to track how they're doing. And obviously, ICE has been so good that they're bored. They're just like, we have nailed everything. Our prisons aren't a hell on earth. Our agents aren't murdering people in the streets. Everything we're doing is just solid. So nothing to investigate here. What do we even do with these people? Let's turn it on the people on the internet that said mean shit about us.
Hmm.
And they've investigated, I think I saw it was Wired put it out, was 131 cases. There's another one in Syracuse. I think it was a woman. She was working at a poll during the midterms or whatever, and they showed up because that this person had just identified who the agents were that murdered the people in Minnesota. Once again, not threatening them, was just like, they're covering their faces. Here are the people's names that
Mm.
killed those people in the street. I feel like people should just know who they are. By the way, still nothing has happened to them. The people that killed the people in the streets,
Didn't
nothing.
the one guy just have like a phone on him? Oh, and the one chick was in a car, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
did the one guy have a gun on him?
He had it holstered,
Okay.
but they killed him
Mm.
either way.
This was also. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we're fucked. We're fucked, right? Mark and I
Mm.
are fucked. This is probably our last pod. They're
Well,
gonna come
and
to my house and accost my wife.
honestly, you know what makes me nervous about the podcast is I see now, like, so wherever you listen, like I usually listen on Apple Podcasts with my iPhone. You'll go to the podcast. So, like, if I'm going to listen to the Interlude podcast, I'll go to it and I'll see that Apple's done this nice, convenient thing where they've used like some kind of AI program to quickly listen to the podcast and then put out in black and white print, like, digital print, the minutes of our podcast. Like
The
you could just
transcript, yeah.
you could just read our podcast, and I'm thinking, it's when Shane and I are yucking it up and ha, isn't this funny? It sounds a lot better than when you're reading it and Shane's just going, "This is the Wegmans I want to show my dick at." Right? It
Sure.
looks worse in transcript form, but it's out there now. Like we made a blog, and we sound like we're writing these insane manifestos about Rochester.
Yeah, well, I also put out shirts that said fuck ice on them. So it's not, I feel like I'm kind of fucked here. Yeah, we've been pretty anti-ice on this podcast with our merch,
Mhm.
with our artwork that we've done. Uh, it's probably not good, but honestly, I think I'd feel worse if they didn't show up.
Mm.
I want I
At
want
least
that
someone's
cred.
listening.
Also, I want to get on that fucking class action lawsuit.
Mm.
Because isn't that whole thing that Trump that was like going to put out all that cash for people that feel like they were targeted by the government, and now
Oh
his
yeah.
government is targeting people? Like, isn't that? I know that irony and
Hmm.
hypocrisy are dead, but it's like fucking that's crazy, isn't it? I I,
Um.
I guess it's just like you have to give credit to ICE because they've done such a bang up job with getting all the scary criminals and illegals out that now they have all this time to turn their attention to people that are working at shitty Mexican restaurants in Greece, and also to just start going after people that have posted things online.
Maybe you've already reached this point too, Shane. Speaking of speaking of just the people posting stuff. Where Shane's done a couple of very nice things recently with the Interloop, right? Where you made shirts for what was like the pride flag in Webster. There was that whole debacle, and then you made a bunch of shirts and
Yeah.
we donated all the money to the Trevor Project, and Lux caught on fire. And there's other businesses that are helping. I know like Lux is doing a bunch of like pop-up Luxes at
Hmm.
different bars to like raise money. I'm hoping it's for like the employees and stuff. I'm not entirely sure how they're divvying up all that money or whatever. But Shane made some T-shirts that has like Lux, like the Pap smear, like Lux 666 because that's their address and stuff, like on fire, and raised a bunch of money for Lux. And then going through the comments and seeing people like nitpicking and complaining about certain stuff, like Like, why aren't you using a local t-shirt company? And it's like, well, understand that this podcast is just Shane and I on a Zoom link, and we have children and real jobs, and this isn't our fucking job. This isn't our job.
Yeah.
Shane's just trying to be helpful, just trying to be nice. Shane's not making money off of it, just trying to be a nice guy, right?
Yeah, that is a fun. If I was ICE and I had an internal watchdog that I could turn on other people, I would go after the people complaining about fundraisers. Like fucking what a weird place to be in where you're nitpicking fundraisers. Like, yeah, the we did the Pride one, and thanks to everybody that bought one of those shirts. We raised like close to $800 for the Trevor Project. People complained that we didn't raise money for a local
Yeah. Yeah.
LGBTQ
Ted.
plus.
Ted that lives in Rochester. We didn't do it just for him.
And here's the thing, I could have because I work for the Rochester Gay Men's Chorus. I've been their graphic designer for I think a decade now. And I was like, I could do it for them, but that seems really self-serving because that's basically paying myself. So I'm gonna give it to the Trevor Project because they help people not kill themselves, and that seemed like a good one. But I apparently know. And yeah, the Lux shirts are still on for sale. You can get them on our website and everything like that, and we have links everywhere. We haven't raised a lot of money with them. We're close to like $500 so far with them. Our goal is to sell 100. We've got 79 sold right now, and people are all up in my shit because it's like, oh, did Lux not have insurance? What are you, a fucking cop? Who the fuck cares? What the fuck who have you ever? It's like, have you never dealt with insurance yourself before? You're not recouping all of your money, and also there's a lot of other shit where they need money for.
Yeah, we all have insurance. It doesn't work.
No.
You guys know it doesn't work. You know this about insurance. Have you ever crashed a car? Have you ever gotten sick? It doesn't. Insurance doesn't work.
Yeah, there was that local printer that was in our comments saying like, you should have used a local printer, and then another person was like, yeah, I guess they can't support the community that supports them. Bitch, this is literally a fundraiser for a local business.
And listen
Suck
to this.
my little dick.
And listen to this. Listen to my little dick. You guys don't support us. What are you talking about? Shane and I have 3 jobs each. What are you? If you guys actually supported us and Shane and I could just do this as a job, then you can talk. But you guys can't say shit until that starts happening.
Yeah, I just cut a check. $2 and I cut out the middleman of this, website. Listen, I've talked to local printers about this dynamic that we have going with this bonfire site, and it doesn't make sense. Bonfire, how it works is you just upload a design and then they just take care of literally everything else, and they just take a heavy cut of everything, but then we just get some money to give to people, and you can't beat that. I don't want to buy and sit on 3,000 fuck ice shirts.
Then the cops are really coming.
I'd love it if whatever Big Dog or whatever the fuck it is locally.
Crazy Dog? Big Dog would be sick though.
We should open about Big Dog.
Just a mastiff with a cut off t-shirt beating his wife. Sick.
Yeah, I know. Go buy a Lux shirt. But yeah, everybody. Yeah, this is pretty funny that people complain about that.
The other complaint is like, we'll have like advertisers like Pure Wellness or like Comedy at the Carlson, and like people buy advertising with us, so we'll put up their flyer, and people are killing us about like, and on my personal one, because like I'll share it about like that these flyers are made like from ChatGPT or AI, and some people are like getting so upset about it, and it's like, one thing, it's not us. Also, these people, if they weren't making, like, I'm not trying to defend AI. I also don't, like, I fucking have a life, so I don't, like, my goal in life isn't to comment on every shitty AI poster and be like, AI, like Pavlov's dog. That's not my goal in life. But these people would not be hiring this out to a graphic designer for a $500 job. These people would go on PowerPoint and just make the worst flyer you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, I've really turned a corner with the AI stuff because I just realized, like, as a graphic designer, this is my fault. Clearly, there was a lot of businesses that needed graphic design help and couldn't find anybody that they liked or it made sense to them. So they have now turned to these dog shit AI
Yeah.
to do what they need to do. But this is graphic designers' fault because if we were just like, hey, we'll do your poster super cheap or teach you how to do it better. But yeah, I love people complaining about AI while they're on social media, as if like being on social media doesn't also go through a massive data center somewhere, you know? Your time spent on social media is sucking up water, pal.
All right, we gotta go complain more on the Patreon side of the episode, patreon.com/interloop podcast. It's just $4 a month. You get this podcast earlier, you get a longer version of it, and other little treats we'll put out, different podcasts, things like that. Grab your tickets for the roast battle coming up on July 19th at Comedy at the Carlson. Go to carlsoncomedy.com, get those tickets.
Yeah, I just want to. I apologize to everybody, all the complainers out there, because a portion of all the tickets are going to go to the Greater Rochester Cancer Alliance, and I'm sure we should have given it to, the East Rochester AIDS
Alliance.
man.
That's AIDS man. I love that guy. All
That,
right.
that does sound like a 95.1 DJ.
All right. Bye, poor people.